power water. And that right there is me about to dunk so hard my ancestors will feel it. And this is me just getting started. Powerade power water. More power from me. Yeah, a win feels good. You know what feels better? Better than me. Now you're winning with the king of sports. It
always feels a little out of reach, but it's all about the baby steps. Maybe it's a jump, or even something green, or taking mom to get that vaccine. Healthier means bringing stuff to the folks that really need it. Like help at 2 a.m. on cabins bad and home.
Little did Ali know that buying a local bread online is easy to discover. Baking? Wherever your passion takes you, pay online with confidence. Visa, a network working for everyone.
We'll be coming to you live from Miami.
Pete Screen.
Pete Davis.
Miami's New Year's Eve party starts 10:30 p.m. live at NBC and Peacock.
Sunday night game, week 17 next week, Green Bay Lambeau Field. As the calendar turns to 2022, the Vikings, one of those teams in the hunt against the Packers, who are three teams nipping at their heels for that number one seed. And earlier this season, the Vikings knocked off the Packers in Minneapolis. That's the game next Sunday night. It's a 2-yard game here, second down and 8.
You have a favorite? I mean, this is getting really interesting coming down the stretch here.
Changes every week, you know. I mean, this is the great thing about this NFL season. I mean, it starts off, what's wrong with teams this year? And that Vegas game, they're something like a laboratory fraud.
Yeah.
How they doing?
Doing all right. They are doing all right.
8 straight wins in the AFC. Rams win today. Look out, this Lamb drops the ball. The Packers, I mean, you go back to opening day, they get killed by New Orleans in a neutral site game in Jacksonville because of the hurricane that hit New Orleans. They have moved away.
Can Tampa get healthy?
Yeah.
Can they get their guys back in time? The Rams were on a little bit of a heater. Stafford took a little step back today, but he was sort of in that MVP race as well. And so it's really, who is it that gets hot and healthy? That's really what it comes down to. I tell you, this Dallas team, they have as much talent and as much opportunity as anybody. Green Bay is going to get some people back on that football team.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
And Rodgers having just another fabulous year.
Well, he's the front runner, wouldn't you say, right now?
Right now, absolutely. Without question. So fourth down here, and they're going to... The crowd wants them to go for it. I mean, come on already. Enough's enough.
Gotta keep your player loose.
Yes, you do. He's going to the Pro Bowl, Brian Anger.
But it also wouldn't stun me this year if just something mysterious happened. It's and who knows, with all the COVID and the protocols, you could get playoff surprises as well.
Another one that almost hit the board in a matter of straight, let's say horse racing term. We're caught at the 30, it's 39. You're a horse racing guy.
Maybe it's a refill at your favorite diner, or waiting for the 7:12 bus, or Sunday afternoon in the produce aisle. These moments may not seem remarkable, but at Pfizer, protecting the regular routine in every day drives us to reach for exceptional. Working to impact hundreds of millions of lives, young and old. It's what we call the pursuit of normal. Let's go places.
At Lowe's, with endless ways to organize what you need, you'll find some of the peace of mind you want at prices you really want. Start the year fresh at Lowe's. Shop Lowe's Store and Save Event now, in-store and online.
Introducing Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost to the I am today. Only at
Hey.
January 4th on NBC and watch 2 episodes now.
Tonight's aerial coverage is brought to you by Geico. Whether that is the Margaret Unfilled Bridge spanning the Trinity River with downtown Dallas in the background. Here, fabulous. Great stuff. Now we come to AT&T Stadium, where Allen is under pressure and he will go down at the 40-yard line. No sack, he picked up a yard. To Michelle we go.
Well, Al, on Tuesday, Jennifer King became the first African-American woman to serve as an NFL game day coach. The 37-year-old King's professional resume includes 4 years as a police officer in High Point, North Carolina, coaching Johnson & Wales Charlotte to a small college women's basketball national championship, working part-time as a ramp agent for Delta Airlines, and playing in the Women's Football Alliance. And King told me she wasn't allowed to play football as a kid because her mom didn't want her to get hurt, but these days her parents are, as she told me, quote, annoyingly proud of her football success.
Yeah, she's making a little bit of history as you saw Adam Humphries get blasted by Kelvin Joseph. We were watching her throw the ball before the game. I mean, you can see she was a quarterback when she played.
You know what's interesting, Al, is that what are coaches? Coaches are teachers. And if you're a good teacher and you know what you're talking about, players are going to pay attention and they're going to listen to you. It's fantastic what's going on around the league. The opportunities that are being granted.
3rd and 12, look out. Allen will throw on the run and goes into traffic, and it's going to be hauled into the 44-yard line by Terry McLaurin. Second grab of the night. Lawrence Armstrong that time flushed Allen out of the pocket.
Good throw by Allen here, but for McLaurin, he's out there still fighting as well. And maybe you're thinking, why is Terry McLaurin out there? But that guy in contested catches, nobody does it better. He is 24 of them. That's the most in the National Football League. You give him the opportunity, and he'll go up and make the tough catch and take the big hit. He doesn't care.
Patterson. A little bit more on Jennifer King as Patterson picks up a few yards. Michelle, thank you.
Yeah, I asked Jared Patterson about having Jennifer King as the assistant running backs coach, and he said, it's crazy. When I was younger, my mom was my basketball coach, so I have the utmost respect for Coach King. She does an unbelievable job. I can envision her getting a full-fledged position coach job, head coach somewhere. She's awesome. How she relates to everyone, knows the game, great personality. She's helped me out a lot. As you said, Chris, she's a teacher.
Yeah, we've talked to a lot of players through the years in the National Football League, second down and 6 here. And Allen throws, and it'll be hauled in. And, you know, there are a lot of kids, a lot of guys grew up with single parents, mom, and they credit their mom with getting them into football and teaching them football and encouraging them to play.
I'm just telling you, in 10 years, you're going to see some form of football at the high school level for women. And it's already happening. It's already exciting. They want to play. They should play.
You covered.
And
You look cozy.
personally, I just look forward to watching it grow.
3rd and 1 here. Allen turning up for Heineke, who is 7 of 22 tonight. And they give it to Patterson, and a little scat back takes it to the 35th shot, excuse me. There's no scat back. Picked up from the practice squad of the Giants. Earlier this season, first time.
All right, let's take a look at some of the backup backs, but then we've got a few backups in there as well. Darian Thompson coming in and making a play. Good to see him back on the field.
But I'm gonna get it for you. What was Virginia and New Jersey?
Dallas led 42-7 at the half. And coming along the sideline, and that pass is incomplete. We talked before the game about I've never seen more changes in 24 to 48 hours. Got to give a special shout out to my man Malcolm Kelly Hayes, who's been with me for 117 years. And you see the spotting board tonight is the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Well, Kelly looks good for 170.
Yes, he does.
And he does too.
Andy Freely, George Hill, our gang up here, keeping us on the straight and narrow.
McCarthy's liking his game down there. You could tell in our conversation. I go, you like what you have, don't you? You feel good about going into these playoffs, and you knew you did.
But of course, we've learned this year it's a week-to-week league.
No doubt.
Yep. I mean, what happens if they lay an egg next week against Arizona?
It would take a lot of eggs.
A lot of eggs. Those 10-win seasons by active head coaches. Belichick, of course, leads the list. Andy Reid with 16, and then Carroll, Payton, Tomlin, and McCarthy joining that group this season with 10 wins. If not, we'll go to 11. Third down and 7. And Allen fires, and let's grab a yard shy of the first. DeAndre Carter is right there to be fourth down.
Yeah, I tell you, the guy that I think we need to give a little tip of the hat to, and that was a good play by Kennedy there. The tackle, getting his head out of there. You can make these tackles legally with the shoulder, with the arms, all that stuff. But the one guy who's really made an impression for me tonight is Kelvin Joseph, number 24. Comes in, Jordan Lewis goes out, Anthony Brown had to go play in the slot, but number 24 for the Dallas Cowboys has been doing it.
Yeah, rookie out of Kentucky, and Parsons was picked in the first round, and Joseph went in the second round. 4th and 2.